Hi Group 1! Just in case any red flags you might be missing, you've got the Chariot in reverse, and the reason behind this is Ace of Swords, and the device is the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition at this moment. And Tiger Eye could talk about money and finances, so maybe it has something to do with it. And red flags. Not much of a, yeah, I don't think there is a red flag because it's Chariot in reverse. But if you're swayed by somebody or some situations that rushes you, then, wait until you see the clarity. Try to gain information and communicate, like through communication and through documents. And then you're going to be fine, it says. Okay, so let's see. And group 1, 2, and 3 all got Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm not really worried, actually. But if you are swayed by somebody, be careful. That's what's saying. So 5 of Cups, Temperance, Pentacles, yeah, Page of Pentacles, and 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and Death. I'm not really worried, actually, for today's reading, because it seems like you're somebody, or like group 1 and 2 and 3, you have learned a huge lesson in your life already, that I think you know like who to trust and who not to trust. And I think you're old enough and mature enough to read through documents and spot that weird like contracts. But it's just that I think that if there is a warning, I think it's saying that don't rush. Even if the other person or people try to rush you, don't. Then you're going to be fine, it says. Okay. Maybe it has something to do with a car. Or transportation. Okay, 8 of Swords. You might be overthinking, actually. That's what, ooh, Tower. I think your spirit is a little bit worried about your, like, overthinking habits you might have. I think they're more concerned about that rather than the red flag itself, because I think your spirit is telling you that you're somebody who can see through things. So I think it's saying that it's time for you to start believing yourself, believing your ability, and put yourself at ease. And Chariot in reverse is clarified by King of Cups, 10 of Wands in reverse, and Queen of Swords. See? King of Cups and Queen of Swords in pair in sandwiches, sandwich and 10 of Wands in reverse. Meaning that, you know what? You're so grounded. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because, first of all, it's saying that you're emotionally very stable. You could be Cancer. So maybe you're thinking like you sometimes have some tendency to get panic emotionally, but you're mature now, okay? You overcame some difficulties already, and I think you're fine. And so relax, it says, relax. You can put all the burdens off your shoulders because you don't have to doubt yourself forever. Once you conquered some life lessons, then you are learning. You have already learned, and some information is installed in your brain as well. So don't worry too much. And it says Queen of Swords, meaning that you do have ability to see through things. Like I said, this sword here. Sword talks about clarity, truth. Yeah. And I think you agree with negotiation as well. So don't ever, do you see a baby's face here? Maybe you're thinking that you're still baby, but you're not. It's time for you to start believing yourself. That's what's saying. As long as you believe in yourself, and as long as you know how to make a contract in that right way, use whatever you can use, like read books or AI sometimes. AI is not really like, it doesn't always give you the right answer, but it could give you some sort of information that you didn't think about, right? So use some tools, then you're going to be fine. And, it's also important to talk to, I don't know, lawyers or professionals if you're dealing with something huge. And Ace of Swords is clarified by the Hierophant, Six of Swords in reverse, and King of Wands. I think you do have a license of some sort. You could be a teacher or you could be a leader, and you've been doing this for a long time, so you know how to take a leadership in this situation. And I think it's also saying that you do have ability to like leave the contract whenever it gets sneaky to you. So even if somebody tries to trick you, I think you already gained enough wisdom to get away from the situation. Yeah, so stay strong, it says. Take care of your body right now, because wands could talk about your energy, your health. Yeah, maybe you should sit down a little. I don't know. Maybe you're already sitting down, but maybe you should take some time to sit down and do nothing. Yeah. Maybe you need to relax a little bit more. Maybe you need to intentionally make some time to relax. Okay, so the advice here is the High Priestess, clarified by the Death reverse. Okay, well, Three of Pentacles and the Hangman. Three major arcanas here. Okay. First of all, you do have intuition. Okay, you do have ability to see shadows and light within people and situation, and you've got so much wisdom through life experiences. So, trust yourself. It's okay. Okay, you're okay. And Death in reverse, definitely something happened in the past, like that's life-changing events. Maybe it could be about related to workplace, or I don't know, maybe through, not through, why did I say through, but something to do with finances. But, you know what, trust that you did, okay, maybe that's how it is. Well, I'm not sure, but one of the stories that just came in is that you still might have a difficulty facing what happened in the past, because maybe it was not your fault. I don't know what exactly happened, so take it however it resonates, but maybe it was not your fault, and maybe you were deceived in the past related to finances and security. And if you have difficulties facing that past, you might feel like you haven't learned anything, and maybe it's going to be difficult for you to trust yourself. However, it's saying that the incident that you had in the past was shocking to you. And because it was shocking to you, you have already learned a huge lesson in this, in the past events. And now you are able to talk to, like, you've gained skills to talk to people, communicate about finances to people. So I think your intention has become more clear when it comes to finances and career and stability. And trust that you've gained so much wisdom, and this wisdom is not going to be taken away. Okay, it's something that's not stolen, because it's in your head, right? So yeah, just in case any red flags you might be missing at this moment for group 1, I don't see it. So try not to rush and start believing yourself. Okay, and if you're worried about something, please consult professionals, not only professionals, but maybe trust, people you can trust. Don't just rely on tarot, please. Okay, that's my reading for you. I hope it helped, and I wish you good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, group 2. Just in case any red flags you might be missing, you've got King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in reverse, and advice is Five of Pentacles in reverse. And you've got Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck for group 1 and 2 and 3. Pair is here. Okay. Red flags. I don't see it. Group 2. Yeah, because you know how to save money now. Maybe it has something to do with money, finances, or talents. I think you know how to control yourself, control your ego, control your shadows. Not really control, but heal. Yeah. I think you have already I think you already have life experiences to see your shadows and do some self-reflection. And I think you're so grounded. So you don't have to worry about it. However, Queen of Pentacles in reverse and pair is here. I wonder what that is. Maybe it's saying that you used to give in too much for people who don't deserve your wealth. And the reason behind this is Seven of Swords in reverse. Maybe somebody was asking for help or advice from you, but their intention was not good, I feel like. And the advice is Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, there are 2 people or 2 to 5 people who still want energy from you. So be aware, but I think you're aware. So I'm not really worried, but there's still some people or like draining energies around you because you're so attractive. And King of Pentacles is about, very grounded energy. It's very reliable and also fashionable and good looking and charismatic. Yeah, charismatic. So there's no wonder, like, even especially if you're an artist or someone who can offer something special to the world, there will be people who just crave for that. But as long as you're aware, I think it's okay. It's almost like you're saying, well, it happens all the time. Yeah. Okay. Eight of Wands. About communication. Nine of Swords in reverse and Ace of Cups. King of Swords and the Chariot. And Page of Pentacles and the Empress. Are you a superhero? Because it seems like you're always helping people and people really appreciate that, but they don't show it. I think they should show you more gratitude, actually. Maybe you're good with communication, or maybe you really move quickly, swiftly for others. And King of Pentacles is clarified by Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. I think you're aware of the red flag. So I'm not worried, actually, because you know what your pentacle is, the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles here. I think you're aware of your talent, your finances. I think you're aware that you're rich in, I don't know, in material world, or maybe rich as abundance. I think you're aware, and I think you know how attractive you are too. Yeah, and I think you once lost community. I don't know what happened. Maybe it has something to do with Seven of Swords here. People wanted you to help them and not showing you much appreciation. Maybe you left that community and you may be feeling sad about it. But I think you're also aware that those people were not unhappy to begin with, because they're supposed to fill their own cup. They're supposed to be upright, but instead what they did was like ask you to fill in their cups when their cups are like so empty. And they kept throwing the water from the cup because it's almost like, well, thank you for your advice, but I don't like it. That's mean. That's cruel. Maybe you've been through that, and that's why you know how important it is for you to protect yourself. And because you have a sense of security now, you're safe now, I think. So I think you know what red flag is, and you're going to be fine, I think. And the Seven of Swords is clarified by Ace of Swords in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Judgment in reverse. See, you left them. you left them without saying anything. Because, I mean, two major arcanas here. It must be a little, not just a little bit. I think it was shocking to you that those people had devil inside them. You know? Maybe they're addicted to you, or maybe they're tempted by your body or something, but you sensed it and you decided to leave. And I think you did it without saying anything. And I think it's saying that it was a smart act because those people just wanted advice from you and not showing much gratitude toward you, and that was toxic. You know, that should never happen. You know, when people receive something, they should say thank you, right? Like, that's what politeness is. But if they don't have that discipline, then why would you stick around, right? So if you are, just in case though, if you're blaming yourself for losing your community, if it's not your fault, don't be sorry. You know? It's them. Okay, so advice is Five of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Temperance, Death, and Three of Pentacles in reverse. Two major arcanas here in upright. So there are some people still lingering in your field. However, maybe you're getting so much download about this, but you know what? You're going to be able to concur this because you have Temperance and Death. I mean, you know how to ground yourself. I'm not worried, actually. King of Pentacles and Temperance, I mean, you are so unshakable. You're very emotionally stable. You know how to control panic. I mean, you don't get panicked to begin with because you know how to control your emotions. And you're not scared when shocking events happen because death is here. You have already experienced that. You have already experienced huge transformation in your life that could be shocking in the past. But, you know, even if you experience the same thing, you wouldn't be surprised. You might be disappointed, but you wouldn't be surprised anymore because you've been through it. You know what is. You know how to deal with it. So there are Pentacles in reverse here, meaning that even if people with intentions of, you know, taking away something from you or not showing gratitude or, you know, try to use you, you can sense it. Like this time you're gonna reject them. I can tell that. Like you're not going to let them in anymore. Yeah. So even though there's some energy lingering in your field, you're going to be fine because you see the red flag and you know how to dodge it. Okay? That's my reading for you. I hope it helped and I wish you good luck and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi group 3. Just in case any red flags you might be missing, you've got the Magician in reverse and Six of Cups in reverse and Three of Cups as your advice. If you're worried about the situation right now, try to talk to your friends who you can trust because they're willing to help you. Well, I hear the ambulance now, or maybe it's a firefighter car. So, red flag. Actually, I don't see it because the Magician, this is a major arcana, it's an universal, so I don't think it's a red flag, but I think because this person is wearing red, I think you're seeing the red flag, but you're not going to be involved. Yeah. Why? Because you have already seen what red flag is going to be like when you're a child. You have learned something. Let's do some clarification here to see more details. And you've got Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reversal. The Magician in reverse. Maybe somebody is trying to take away your confidence related to your talents or money. Since this is a major arcana, it could be about authority rather than just one person. Maybe through media? Something like that. That's kind of a vibe that I'm picking up, but you know, Obsidian Stone talks about protection as well, so you need to protect yourself at this moment. I don't think like something is evil is happening here. It's just that, yeah, maybe you're fighting with media or propaganda here, or certain values or traditional way of living that you are facing right now. And you know what? There are actually a lot of people who are on your side, you know, who just want to enjoy their life like you are. So, let's see. Two of Pentacles in reverse and Two of Cups. What? Death. The Tower. Three of Swords. Page of Swords. The Emperor in reverse and Nine of Wands. Okay, something huge happened in your life before that really shattered your heart. So I think there's no wonder you doubt yourself or doubt other people. But it's saying that it's either way. You finally found somebody you can trust, or you finally are going to find somebody you can trust. It could be about a partner, or it could be about a community. Friendships too. Reconciliation too. Wow, okay. The Magician in reverse is clarified by Eight of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, Joker, Knight of Wands in reverse. Why all in reversal here? Queen of Pentacles. Protection. You know what? I think it's saying that this devil is kind of telling you with this hand, saying, you know what, don't worry. You know, it's like, don't worry. To me, it looks like that in this combination here, because maybe it's literally with the Joker card, with the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands could talk about communication and information that's just thrown at you. So maybe it's literally talking about media, like I said, your media or propaganda or some certain values or your parents' values that you don't align with. If that is the case, you can always choose your own way to enjoy your life. So I don't really see the red flags here. I mean, you could be triggered, you know, you could be poked with this devil here. But you know what? People, to be honest, people are not listening to this. You know, most of the people are not listening to what this person is saying or this entity is saying. So don't worry. I think maybe you haven't noticed, but there's a lot of people, a lot of other people who feels the same way as you do, which is looking for freedom and looking for diversity, or looking for healthy lifestyle, rather than, you know, listening to just one entity and follow that rule. I mean, you know, I'm not denying that kind of perspective as well, but if you don't want to go through it, why would you? You know, you don't have to do that. And I wonder what this is for you. You know, maybe this could be about your parents or propaganda, but what I can say is that people are not swayed by this. They're not listening. They're trying to find their own way, so you can do it too. Six of Cups in reverse is clarified by Three of Wands, Five of Swords, and Temperance. Maybe it has something to do with career and competition. Maybe you are stuck with this one value because is this something that your grandparents said, or maybe this is something generational in your house? Maybe this could be about girls should not work, or girls should not do something, or boys should be this way, or something like that. And maybe it has something to do with the career choices. But I think you're a very passionate person. You know, I think you're somebody who's willing to and capable of doing something right for you. Even if you have to take some risk, I think you're good with it. I think you're good at it, good at conquering the risk. It's almost like somebody's telling you not to like have opinions. Some people say like girls should not have opinions or something like that, right? And maybe you're facing that kind of situation, but I think even if you're going through this situation, because you're so grown up, you're very emotionally stable and you're not really listening to them. Just focusing your thing and focusing the now. And this is working for you because it's helping you gaining so much wisdom. Yeah. Through the nature, through the flow of the nature, flow of the energy. Listening to your own intuition and facing your emotions. That's really helping you. So I think I want to say congratulations for this because you're so good at Zen. Yeah, maybe you don't realize that, but I think you're doing Zen. Okay, so advice is Three of Cups is clarified by the Chariot, Four of Swords in reverse, and Wheel of Fortune, two major arcanas here in upright. Maybe you're looking for Cancer, or maybe Cancer people are good for you. You know what? If you feel like you're so pressured, or maybe when you see the red flags, try to go on a vacation with your friends because I think you guys really need some time to release you guys, like release stagnation within your body or within your mind and really enjoy your life to the fullest. Yeah, you don't have to do stupid things or foolish things to enjoy your youth. No, age doesn't matter. It's about feeling the youthfulness within you. You should enjoy life more, and I think you're aware of it. So try to connect with your friends, when you feel unsafe. Because people, like really, literally, people and community and friends around you feel the same way as you do. You're not alone, okay? Yeah. You could be having insomnia because of this, but really, please don't mind about what they say because it's your life, right? Yeah. And you know what? Be confident by yourself. I think you already gained some wisdom related to freedom, related to what you want to do. Maybe you want to make your dreams come true and you have already studied about it, right? Nobody have rights or power to take that away from you because it's who you are, right? Yeah, so don't forget to enjoy your life. At this moment, I don't see any red flags, but it's just that media or big entity could trigger you because that's what's meant for, triggering people, right? That's what always do, that's what they always do. But just know that they're just there to trigger you because they want you to act the way they want you to act. But when you feel the pressure, try to connect with your friends, community, and enjoy your life. Yeah, free yourself from this, okay? That's my reading for you. I hope it helped, and I wish you good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye!